Let the sun come shine down us today. Oh my gosh, 2 days of cloudiness and rain. I am ready for the sun to come in, and what a perfect day for Elysia to be cleaning out her new truck. New to her.
I spent some time the other day, it was pouring rain, and we sat together and had a little truck date, and we scrubbed her up inside on the dash and just kind of got all the old man coffee stains off both the doors from previous owner. Tried to get a few marks off the roof that were here, but I still have to vacuum this out. So how nice is it that we have 4 acres, and depending on, no matter where we are on our 4 acres, we can have power. We only have one exterior outlet on the house, which actually we just found the other day. We've been here for 2 years and totally didn't even notice that there was one outlet on the back of the one side of the house. So we've been making use of that just right close to the house. But when we're working on fencing or coops or anything else for construction on the property, we don't have power. And so you saw that over the past 6 or 8 months or so, we have been using our Jackery, which has made going through hurricane season and blowing up paddle boards and washing quads and doing all of the things we do around the acreage so much easier. But since we're using it so much, we thought that it would be so beneficial for us to invest and have a bigger system for us to have solar generated power. Our first winter here, we had 17 power outages, which cost us hundreds, even a few $1,000s our first winter here to be able to buy fuel for our generator, to be able to actually have power to upload our videos and just do some basic necessities when the power went out. And so we've been using the 1000 Pro when we need to plug in a lamp or do something small with small appliances when the power's gone out. But doing big jobs like this, utility jobs on the property, we need to be able to have a way to get power when we're not inside or close to the house. So we've upgraded to the Jackery 3000 Pro, which is the newest model for Jackery, and it gives us so many more options. It even gives us options to be able to plug in our stove if we needed to. We have our regular AC adapters, we have DC volt, and we can do USB. So we can do so many different options, and look at how much of a powerhouse this is. And guess what? It's free power generated by the sun. So when we have our outages now, when we have things like hurricanes and large storms, we don't have to worry about having expensive fuel to put in our fuel generator. We can make sure that this is charged up and ready, and will give us a significant amount of power and run us for quite a while when we're doing just our necessity things. This thing yields so much more power than the 1000 Pro, and I think it's gonna be like a staple we've been using on our property already. We've already used it so much in just a couple of weeks. So even just today, outside vacuuming out the truck, we're going to be working on using the saws for the coops, and it's just amazing to be able to have this and it not cost us anything. And the good thing is, since it's so sunny today, we can be outside using the Jackery while we're charging with the solar panels. And they're dual-sided charging, so this charges so fast outside in the sun. But if you do happen to find that you have some gloomier days and you don't have as much sun to be able to do it, you can plug this right into your regular outlet inside your house and charge it up. It only takes a couple hours to charge in our house, and it gets us right to 100%. And we know we have it always charged for a rainy day or a stormy day weather. But when it's nice out like this, we can be operating the Jackery out here and be continually charging while we're using it, which is like so invaluable. We were outside a couple weeks ago working on the paddock fencing. We came outside and we had 100% charged on the 3000 Pro. We cut all day. We did over 20 sections of fencing, and we still only used about 11% of the power. And we were out here for an 8-hour day. So just goes to show you just really how powerful and how strong the power is on this thing, that we can be operating, you know, construction materials and still be able to be using very little power at all. And then it was just a quick recharge for the next time we want to use it, which is really awesome.
Yeah, I nerd out over this.
We both nerd out over this. And the good thing is too, is because we have our utility vehicles. So for example, today Philip has strapped on in our orange Jackery feet brand themed ratchet to be able to have it secure on the back of the quad, because this now means that we have mobile power to be able to have it all over. We can port this thing all the way around our 4 acres no matter where we are, and just plug in what we're going to use, charge our phones, charge our camera gear. If sometimes we're filming and our camera gear dies or is dying, and we can just plug it in right where we are and like work plugged in with the camera. We've done lots of different things, and to be able to have all these different options is great. One of the things when we first moved into the house, you know, we didn't have heating, we didn't have working plumbing, we didn't have working electrical. We literally had a stove plugged in that we were moving around in the room we were trying to build for our actual stove. And when we had those power outages, we didn't have our wood stove yet. So when the power went out, we couldn't cook anything. So So now we do have our wood stoves to be able to cook on, but it's so nice, especially like when we had Hurricane Fiona. We had 11 days of no power. Cooking on the wood stove is fine, but after 11 days, you're like, you just need to use your oven for something, and we could just plug in our oven right into this to be able to use it. So this would have been an amazing tool for us to have when we had that large outage. So just like the diversity of our options for no matter what we have. I don't think there's anything that we own that we can't plug into this, which is awesome.
Where's the line between dreaming and feeling blue? It's 4 o'clock in the evening. I haven't left my room, but the truth is, if I'm honest, I feel stuck here in the middle. Am I one of those crazy people? Should I stay here or should I let go?
So because our Jackery is portable and we can move it around so easily, we have it on the quad right now, but there's also a handy handle that allows you to be able to pull it on the wheels to get it to where you want to go. But since we were going a pretty far distance, we decided to pull it on the little quad here, and we're now over in our chicken coop area where we're going to continue our build we've been working on. And again, because we have this option of having power, we can use our saws over here and work away all afternoon today just running off of our free power. And you might notice that we are wearing jackets today. I have on a winter jacket. Philip has on a fall jacket. And that is because it's getting colder where we live. But that's okay because our Jackery is actually their first 4-season solar powered battery that we can actually use. So up to -20, we can use this thing to help us to do projects inside and out. So this is the progress that we're at with the coop. And you saw in our previous video that we picked up a couple of secondhand windows to be able to upcycle to put on the front to add some character. So today we're gonna frame up where our door and our window are going to go. So we're just gonna make some cuts right now, being able to get some of that framed up. So it's nice to have some nice weather today to be able to get going with this, because we are not only building our turkey coop, but we're also working on the chicken coop. So it's nice to be able to get some more progress done before the weather gets really cold. Pretty fun to know that we're not only working on the coops for the turkeys, chickens, and ducks, but that we're doing this project completely for free, using all of the upcycled wood from the wood shelter and now working with our power for free. This is really costing us nothing at all. I'm really excited to see what it's going to look like in the end, because I think when we're totally finished with it, when we use all of our leftover paint and other things we're going to do to accessorize and make our coop have character, we're going to be using nothing but leftovers, and it's just amazing what you can make with literally nothing. So I'm hoping you can see on camera, but these windows here, obviously they need a really good clean, but the bottoms of the windows here are angled down. And so we obviously can't have these sitting up onto something with an angle like that. So we're going to draw a measured line all the way down and cut off this triangular end so that we can put these flush on, because we don't want a bunch of air gaps and things that are gonna let cold air in for the turkeys. We wanna seal this up as much as possible. We are gonna have some type of venting system for them, but we wanna make sure that, you know, all the crevices that small creatures and things could get in aren't going to be able to. So I think our only option is to very carefully cut along the edge here. Hopefully the glass doesn't go that far in here, and then we'll be able to cut these flat. So we're gonna cut both of them at the same time because we're gonna be using them for both coops anyways. Perfect.
Yes.
How did that work out?
My mind science.
Your mind.
My mind math.
That was husband math. I keep seeing these things about girl math. Like, I bought these craft supplies all year round. I have no idea how much they amount to, but this thing I just made right now cost me $5 to make.
Right. Yes, this is the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yet another application for using our Jackery today. We are going to use the brad nailer to be able to put on the slats. This thing is just absolutely amazing. There's really nothing we can't do on the acreage with it. It's just filling up now. And of all this work we've done today, I want to show you only how much power we've used. We weren't even full. We have 70% power.
Yeah, wasn't it at 75?
I think we'll have to reference the beginning of the video, but we've done all this work and I don't think it's really budged at all. Maybe a % or two. And I think we need like a little planter box underneath the window. What do you think? Like a wood boxy planter box that we can put different like seasonal flowers in. I think that would be so cute. And then I can do little signage and wreaths on the door. I'm gonna do some really cute stonework around the bottom perimeter here just so that they don't go underneath the coop. Plus I think it will add character once we get it all painted. All right, we're hoisting the door. We still will need to hinge it on. We'll level it once we do the hinges. That's so great. It's gonna be painted. It's gonna look adorable. So we just used some hinges that we had on hand. They're a little overkill for the door. So tomorrow I'm gonna pick up a different set of just your standard hinges because these ones are a bit of an eyesore and they're a little big for this door, but that's okay. So you can see we've been using the Jackery all day. What are we at? Let's check. 60%, and we have been outside for more than 8 hours using a multitude selection of our power tools. And then here is what we have with the coop. So we have our window, we have our door. It's gonna get a few adjustments when we have different hinges. Again, I think it's gonna be amazing when it's painted. And let me know if you think I should do the window box. I think that's gonna be a really cute idea. And then I'm gonna have a wreath and some decorations and things. And we're gonna do some really nice sort of like, you know, scaled rocks of different sizes all around the perimeter and along the one side that we raised up so that not only they can't go under, but I think it'll add a little bit of a cottage vibe. So after a busy day of working, I thought it would be a really fun idea to show you how versatile the Jackery is and how we're gonna make some early evening supper using our Jackery. So welcome to the new English family off-grid kitchen. Wanted to show you that if your power is out and you're camping or whatever you're gonna do where you're gonna rely on your Jackery, you can cook yourself a delicious meal. So we're gonna make some grilled cheese with the sandwich maker. So we're just gonna plug in our plug here and you'll be able to see that we are ready. We have 59% of our power today after working all day. We're gonna wait for our sandwich maker to turn green so we can make some grilled cheese. So we've had a really long day outside today, and I think we've accomplished a lot with our coop build. I also wanted to say a really big thank you to Jackery for sponsoring today's video. We have made so much use of both of our Jackeries, and we will continue to use them around our acreage. Aside from the fact that this is a sponsored video and we get to show you amazing products like that, I think you've seen over the past 6 or 8 months that we show you regularly that we do in real life application use our Jackery products. Not as sponsored videos, just really how useful and how much they make our lives that much easier and more adaptable to all the different things that not only living in a 4-season climate that we have here, as we have spring, summer, winter, and fall, but also that we have hurricane season and in the midst of renovations. And you're also going to see us use our Jackery Pro 3000 when we start our cottage build, because there's no power there at all. It's completely off the grid, which means that while we're doing our whole construction, when we get to that project, we're going to be relying on our 3000 Pro and our solar panels to be able to have power to build a kitchen there, build a bathroom, cut flooring, do all the things that we're going to need with our power tools using the Jackery. So if you want to give some Jackery some love, I will put the description, everything down in that box for you, so you can even get your very own Jackery or ask any questions in the comment section. I want to know what you think of our coop so far. I think it's turning out great. I'm pretty excited, and tomorrow we get to add paint and work on our chicken and duck coop, which is going to be a replica for the most part of this one using scraps. So again, making things from absolutely nothing. We did this whole project for free materials from our scraps and free power from Jackery. So I love you. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you on tomorrow's episode.